Up next.
On a glorious journey to great academic heights, you need a university that will guarantee hopes of employment without sweltering in a pool of job hunts. I present to you Ndejje University. We are an Anglican university endowed with 3 state-of-the-art campuses in Luero Bombo, the Graduate School in Rubaga, and the Kampala campus along Balintuma Road behind Mengo Hospital. With well-coordinated learning programs ranging from day, evening, weekend, in-service and e-learning, the globally recognized university offers job market competing courses that will surely light your academic path. Our various undergraduate and graduate programs include Business Administration and Management, Engineering and Survey, Basic Sciences and Information Technology, Education, Environment and Agricultural Sciences, Arts, Health Sciences, and many more. With accreditation by the National Council of Higher Education, we now offer a diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We as well take pride in some courses sponsored by the Higher Education Students Financing Board for a loan scheme that will not get you worried of tuition as you pursue your dream. Come ready for an academic adventure on great facilities of learning. You can visit our website on www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug. Ndejje University, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
This week.
Did you know that women empowerment is defined in several ways? Did you know that parenting is twice the stress, but twice the love, the hug, and the pride? Here I am to bring you the woman of valor, where ladies are proposing that parenting is not a life full of struggles, but a journey for the stronger ones.
For those who are married, let love stay, because once it is disintegrated, the foundation is destroyed.
Catch me every Thursday at 19 hours here at Ndejje University TV with Joanne Peace.
Coming up in Live at 8, Ndejje University Kampala journalism students travel to main campus to prepare for major challenge competitions. The newly elected Makerere University president vows to address students' needs. World Malaria Day will look at the causes and the ways to prevent malaria. This and more in Live at 8. Welcome and thank you for watching Ndejje University TV. This is Live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU with the news in details. Ndejje University journalism students at Kampala campus joined the main campus students for a 3-day training in media activities to prepare for the inter-university media challenge competitions that will take place in August. Let's take a look at the story. Every year, Media Challenge Initiative organizes inter-university competitions where media students compete for awards. To prepare their team, Ndejje University journalism students have joined their fellow students at many campuses to prepare for the competitions.
We are starting with the auditions and training. What you are seeing is we are taking the students to join their fellows at main campus so that they can undergo what they call the first session of the Media Challenge, which is the training and auditions. They are going to be trained in the different skills, that is to say mobile journalism, TV, radio, preparatory storytelling, and almost there's going to be a mobile clinic which is going to teach them in writing and photography. So to prepare them for the audition so that they can know what they can do and be able to showcase it in front of the panel of judges.
According to the coordinator, the training will take 3 days, after which a team to represent the university will be selected.
It's going to be a 3-day session. The first 2 days is the training, and then the third day, which is going to be a Friday, is when they are going to audition them. So later on, after the auditions, is when we are going to choose the best who are going to represent our university nationwide. And the national competitions are in August and September. So when we get our team, we are going to be training it till August and September when we go for the auditions, for the real competitions.
The journalism students are so excited and expect to learn much from the training.
We are going there for a training of 2 days, and then on a final day, which is Friday, we shall have the auditions, whereby we shall participate in the news anchoring, reporting, and 1 minute of fame.
My first time participating in the Media Challenge initiative. I'm a first-year journalism student at Ndejje University. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be part of it, and I look forward to learning. I've seen them teach editing skills, anchoring skills, so I'm very excited.
Me, this is my first time to go to Media Challenge, but I expect a lot. First, we are going to put what we have been learning during the course, that theoretical part, into a practical part, like in reporting, anchoring, and also I'm going to learn from my fellow students. So I expect a lot, and I'm so happy and privileged to be part of the Media Challenge. Thank you.
We are going to Ndejje University main campus. We are going for Media Challenge 2023. This is my first time, and I'm expecting many things. I'm expecting to learn many things from media.
This not being the first time for some students who have shared their experience of how the training has benefited them.
Going for Media Challenge. Last time I was there and I learned some camera work, and for this one that we are going to, I expect to learn some editing and get more experience about it.
Well, as a student, last year I was able to learn how to edit, and this year I have used the skills that I learned there. And the other thing is I managed to be confident, and this year I'm going to face the judges on the final day with all my confidence.
The Media Challenge Initiative coordinator at the university says this competition helps to expose the students to different job opportunities.
The winners get an opportunity to get a 6 months practical training, yet they are being trained by the people who are already in the media. Most of the times after this training, those people are retained at the different media houses. So even one of the major reasons as to why we encourage our students to join the Media Challenge competitions is because we want them to use these opportunities, one, to gauge themselves to see where they fall practically, or you can be able to tell out of 100 where are you practically. So, but most importantly, to gain these opportunities, because where we are going for the competitions, all the media houses are there, the editors, the media owners, those TV owners, and the people who give jobs are there. So we expose them and give them a chance to talk to them, probably to connect themselves or even get more skilled.
Inter-University Media Challenge is an annual competition that attracts mass communication and media students from various universities to exhibit their skills in different categories of media practice, with the best students and university teams awarded accordingly. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8. Robert Maseruka, a third-year student at Makerere University offering journalism and mass communication, who was officially sworn in as the 89th Guild President of Makerere University on 24th of April, has vowed to address challenges faced by the students. Sarah Chirabo with more on that story.
Maseruka Robert, yes. Swear that yes. I shall discharge my duties.
While speaking at the swearing-in ceremony, the 89th Guild President of Makerere University, Robert Maseruka, said, besides Guild privileges, he has a task of serving students.
Being Guild President of Makerere University comes with a lot of, you could say, privileges. So that is the only way how it becomes good to a person that has been elected as Guild President of Makerere University. However, we also need to understand that it comes with a lot of tasks. People need to understand that being Guild President of Makerere University comes with service. Of course, there are students outside there that are suffering with the situations that are happening in Makerere University, and for those same reasons, we raised up, we contested, and now we have won. So our work is firstly working on students. It comes with service.
Same issues that have always been there for years and years. In Makerere University, government students cannot get their allowances fully. If we still have issues with the renovation of halls, we still have missing marks, if we still have a full year where it requires one for them to recover and take over, these are the same issues that have always been there. And the best thing would be, what stone are you adding on to the students' guild in order to bring an improvement for the betterment of the future. Otherwise, if we could talk about the new things, we could talk about, as the Guild President promised people to put a tower in Makerere University. That one we shall not do. But otherwise we shall address the same issues of students. Like for example, the issue that is burning right now are the allowances of the government students, who have only received 33%.
The University Vice-Chancellor, Professor Barnabas Niwangwe, who was represented by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor in terms of Finance and Administration, Professor Henry Ainaitri, appreciated the smooth handing over of power by the old cabinet and cautioned the new cabinet against unnecessary confrontation.
I know the Dean of Students has highlighted them. Within a short 3 months that they have had, they have made quite tremendous change in many things. I know in coming has talked about the constitution. We know that constitution was wrote by students. I saw someone on TV arguing that this constitution was not done by students. It was done by students with status consultation. If there are issues, constitutions will never be perfect for everyone. But if there are issues, let's pick them out and talk about them in a candid way and find solutions for them. But let's not be confrontation, unnecessary confrontation. Let's run to dialogue.
He added that the university management is ready to work with the cabinet to address all students' challenges.
So, I want to, on behalf of management, to promise that we are willing to work with you, the new leadership, and in a cordial way, and whenever there are issues, whenever there are challenges, let's address them together. As I've said, you're also a member of council. And we shall debate, we shall argue on this and that, and we shall make sure that the things are implemented the way we approve them. Maybe also just to reflect on the many things that...
At the same function, Professor Ainaitri informed that the government has not yet released allowances of students who are on government sponsorship.
You also talked about some of the allowances. Yes, we know that allowances for the government-sponsored students for this semester, the allowances have delayed. The main reason, and which is what we've been talking about, was, the university is trying to adjust to the normal calendar. The normal calendar for this university, we start in August and we usually end in June, May, June. And then of course we have the recess. This year, this financial year, we're going to have 3 semesters. You know, we're going to have 3 semesters. Okay? Because we're trying to catch up, because next academic year is going to start at the usual time in August. And so because of that, because of the handling 3 semesters, the allowances for students, and for many other things, the monies were not enough. So that's why we are now trying to handle that, but that we've discussed with the government, and money will be promised. I'm sure once we get that money, we shall pay accordingly.
The University Dean of Students also congratulated the new cabinet and tasked them to be committed in serving the university community.
On behalf of the entire university management and the student body, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to all the honorable members on being elected and appointed to the various offices in the leadership of Makerere University. And in a special way, of course, I congratulate Robert on his appointment as the 89th Guild President. Congratulations. Your election to this prestigious position is a testament to your leadership skills, dedication, and commitment to the betterment of the community of Makerere University.
Unlike the 88th Guild government that served for only 3 months, Makerere University will be looking to adjust to a normal August to June calendar following COVID-19 disruptions. Salah Chirabo, live at 8.
The best of my ability. Yes. Abiding fully by the Constitution. Yes. May God help me. Yes.
Thank you, Sarah Chirabo. World Malaria Day, a day marked every 25th of April, brings together the global malaria community to highlight global efforts to end malaria. We look at the causes and the preventative measures against malaria. Let's take a look at the story. As the world commemorates World Malaria Day aimed at creating awareness and fighting the epidemic, commemorated under the theme, Time to Deliver Zero Malaria, Invest, Innovate and Implement.
The World Malaria Day is to sensitize the population about malaria, its treatments, complication, and mainly its prevention. Sometimes some divisions, I think which division, they used to give out free malaria, nets, mosquito nets. But some people are misusing them. They take the nets to fish mukene instead of sleeping in the nets. And that's not good. So that the aim of Malaria Day is to sensitize the population about malaria, its prevention, and the dangers to look out. When a child gets malaria, they get high fever. Sometimes they get convulsions.
The senior medical officer, Dr. Samuel Kalibala, says malaria is one of the leading causes of death among children because of their vulnerability.
Malaria is one of the biggest killers of children below 1 year and below 5 years. Malaria kills them so bad, kills them very bad. And malaria is endemic. It's still with us in Uganda. And every Ugandan must know how to prevent malaria so that it doesn't lose its children to malaria. Malaria kills children who are non-immune to the disease. And it causes high fever. Sometimes the children even get convulsed. They get seizures and they get chills, headache, they lose appetite. And malaria is one of the biggest cause of fever in people in Uganda. So malaria is one of the biggest causes of fever. So anybody who gets fever in Uganda, we must rule out he doesn't have malaria.
Malaria can be so dangerous among the children, causing them different diseases.
Sometimes they get what we call cerebral malaria. That's when the malaria goes up on the brain and it damages the brain. And once it damages the brain and if it's not treated quickly can cause permanent damage to the brain, and the child gets cerebral palsy, a damage in the brain. If not, the child dies from malaria. That's one of the complications malaria causes to children. Other, it causes hemolytic anemia, because when the parasites multiply so much in the red blood cells, when they're removed, they get what we call hemolytic anemia. Children come to a hospital when they have got very little blood in them, called hemolytic anemia. Sometimes malaria causes renal failure, the kidneys fail because they have been attacked by malaria parasites.
According to doctor, practices of sleeping outside a mosquito net is one way of acquiring malaria.
Sometimes parents make mistakes. They leave their children watching the TV and then they go on the kitchen to prepare for supper. And then when the children are watching TV, they snore and they sleep. That's when the malaria, the mosquito comes and bites them and injects them with enough parasites and they get malaria. So you must be very observant that children don't sleep outside the mosquito net.
However, malaria is transmitted through the bites of some mosquitoes and it can be prevented.
Malaria is spread by female Anopheles mosquito, okay? And you call, once the malaria bites somebody, it first injects the parasites in somebody's blood, and you got that malignant tertian malaria because of a female Anopheles mosquito, and there's another benign tertian malaria caused by Culex mosquito. So, to prevent malaria, we request and insist that every Ugandan should sleep in a mosquito net, mosquito prevention net. These mosquito nets are available in the country and everybody must sleep in the net.
The parasite brings unproductivity because of the draining effects among the adults.
But malaria it's not easy to kill somebody who's immune to it, like an adult. But adults can get fever, headache, sometimes they can even vomit, and they stay at home, they are not working. So malaria affects the adults also, but it does not kill them so much because they have got some level of immunity against malaria.
To prevent malaria, people have to put measures against the epidemic and destroy their breeding sites.
And the mosquito breeds in a clean, stagnant water. So when it rains, we request the parents to go and look for those stagnant water in the compound and pour them away. And even these drains, make sure they are moving, the water is moving, because mosquitoes don't breed in moving water. It's very important. Then another thing, make sure you don't have a bush around your house, because mosquitoes will hide in that bush or in a maize garden, and at night they will attack your house. Make sure it's very far from your house. Then another thing, we don't recommend to use insecticide spray, because when you spray that insecticide in your house, you breathe in those toxins, and then they will hurt and affect your lungs. So what we do, we call them residual insecticide paint. There's a paint which contains insecticide, which you can paint on your walls, and that paint can stay there and work for about 1 to 2 years.
Globally, 3.3 billion people in 106 countries are at a risk of malaria. Uganda has one of the highest global burdens of malaria cases, with over 90% of the population at risk. Malaria remains Uganda's leading cause of death, especially in children. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8. During the weekly media briefing at the Uganda Police Headquarters in Naguru, the Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety called on school administrators to repair the school buses as learners prepare to come back, as learners prepare to break for holidays. Let's take a look at that story.
As schools across the country prepare to close for their first term holiday, the Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety urged them to repair their school vans to make sure they are in good working condition before transporting learners.
As we approach the end of the term, we call upon all school administrators to ensure that school buses are in a good mechanical conditions as they transport holiday makers back home. Most of the school day buses have been parked for a long time without operating on the roads. So we urge them to repair those buses, work on them, because schools are beginning to break off.
Farida Nampima noted that public vehicles should maintain average speed and handle children well while offloading their luggage, hence trucks are not allowed to carry children back home.
The PSV should avoid return journeys. The PSVs, we are talking about the taxis, the public transport, the buses and the coasters. They should avoid return journeys, avoid speeding, avoid rushing the children when they are offloading their luggages to avoid loss of property. They tend to rush the children to offload their property because they want to go back and ferry more. So in that process, some children lose their property.
Parents, on the other hand, are also advised to make early preparations and coordinate with school management to avoid unnecessary rushing.
For parents picking up children from pickup points, they should be mindful of the drop-off time to avoid miscoordination with the school management. If you're picking a child from a pickup point, please, you should be mindful of the drop-off time. Because if time comes and they drop these children here and you have to pick them, the school management may be forced to take back your child to school because you've not arrived in time. So to avoid miscoordination, let's keep time and let's respect each other on the road.
Nampima further urged parents to ensure the safety of their children by monitoring their movements during the holiday.
Also, parents should take full responsibility of monitoring the conduct of children during this holiday to avoid unnecessary movements out of homes, which may put the children's lives at risk, since the most vulnerable people on the roads are pedestrians. So, caretakers and parents, let's be mindful in the conduct of the children. A child will get out of home, get out of the gate, starts walking on the road. We are losing more pedestrians than any other category on the road. This child ends up being knocked on the road. So let's take good care of these children when they come home for holidays.
According to the 2023 academic calendar, the term began on February 6, 2023, and all schools are expected to be closed by 5th May. Sala Chirabo, live at 8.
Thank you for watching. That has been live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU. See you next time.